In the module 3 of matrices and determinants, we are going to learn the properties of inverse of a matrix. We have already learned in the module 1 how to find the adjoint, in the module 2 how to find the inverse of the matrix. So let us start the properties of inverse of a matrix. Let ABC be square matrices of same order n such that A is non-singular matrix. Then if the product AB is equal to product of AC, then we can directly cancel out A from the left hand side. We'll get B is equal to C. This is called the left cancellation law. Similarly, if the product BA is equal to product CA, then we can directly cancel out A from the right hand side. We'll get B is equal to C. You can easily prove this by multiplying both sides of the first one by A inverse on the left hand side, and in the second one we have to multiply A inverse on the right hand side of both the equations to get this B is equal to C. This is called cancellation laws. In the second property, if A and B are invertible matrices of the same order, that is determinant of A is not equal to 0, determinant of B is also not equal to 0, then AB inverse is equal to B inverse A inverse. That is the product AB. If you find the product AB and then find its inverse, it is equivalent to B inverse A inverse, not A inverse B inverse. That is why it is called reversal law. So it is in the reverse order, B inverse multiplied by A inverse. It can be expanded to 3 matrices also. If ABC are 3 matrices, invertible matrices, where determinant of all these 3 are not equal to 0, then ABC inverse is equal to C inverse B inverse A inverse. That is the product ABC. First we have to find the product, then find the inverse. It is equivalent to the inverse in the reverse order, that is C inverse B inverse A inverse. Though the proof of this property is not asked in the board exams, its verification is asked. Let us see one example in the next slide. In the next slide, we have taken one example from NCERT. This is the matrix A given here and matrix B, and you have to verify this property AB inverse is equal to B inverse A inverse. To verify that, first we will find the determinant of A. It is 15 minus 14, which is 1, not equal to 0, so it is invertible. We'll find the cofactors. Cofactor of this element is 5, of this element is minus 7, of this element is minus 2, and for this element it is 3. So these are the cofactors: 5, minus 7, minus 2, 3. Then we have to find the transpose of it. To get the transpose, after doing the transpose, we'll get this adjoint of A, that is 5 minus 2 minus 7, 3. A inverse is equal to adjoint of A upon determinant of A, as learnt in the previous module. This is the formula for finding the inverse, adjoint of A upon determinant of A. This is the adjoint of A, and determinant of A is 1, so it is written as it is. Similarly, for the matrix B, determinant of B is 54 minus 56. This is 54 minus 56 minus 2, which is not equal to 0, so B is invertible. Then we'll find the cofactors. The cofactor of 6 is 9. Then the cofactor of 7 is minus 8. Cofactor of 8 is minus 7, and cofactor of 9 is 6. So these are the cofactors: 9, minus 8, minus 7, 6. We have to find the transpose to get the adjoint of B. This is the adjoint of B after doing the transpose. And since B inverse is adjoint of B upon determinant of B is minus 2, and this is the adjoint. So finding the A inverse and B inverse for the right hand side, we can now find the product B inverse A inverse for the right hand side. For the left hand side, we have to find the product AB, then we have to find the inverse. You can do in this way also, or as given in this particular example, you can use the property also. This is the property: adjoint of AB is equal to adjoint of B into adjoint of A. So we have already found the adjoint of B. That is why they have used this property, adjoint of B into adjoint of A, and you will get this adjoint of AB. Similarly, using the property determinant, we have already found determinant of A and determinant of B. So determinant of AB is equal to determinant of A into determinant of B. So it is 1 into minus 2, that is minus 2 is not equal to 0. So we can find that is AB is invertible. So AB inverse is equal to adjoint of AB divided by determinant of AB. So this is the adjoint of AB, and this is the determinant of AB, minus 2. So this is AB inverse. In the right hand side, we have to find B inverse into A inverse. This is B inverse, this is A inverse. So after doing the product, you will get that both AB inverse and B inverse A inverse have the same result. So you can easily verify this: AB inverse is equal to B inverse A inverse. This has been asked in the board exam also, so practice this one by taking other examples also. The third property is directly we can see here: if A is an invertible square matrix, that is determinant of A is not equal to 0, then the transpose, finding the transpose then finding the inverse is equal to finding the inverse first, then finding the transpose. So A transpose whole inverse is equal to A inverse whole transpose. This is to be used in the matrix method also. So this property is also very important. Try to remember this property. Then A is a non-singular matrix. If A is a non-singular matrix, that is determinant of is not equal to 0, then determinant of A inverse is also equal to determinant of A to the power minus 1. That is determinant of A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of A. This can be also directly used without the proofs. Proofs are not asked in the exams. So these 4 properties you have to remember to solve the questions on matrix, determinants, matrices and determinants. One more question is asked in the exams. This has been taken from the board exam, CBSE 2007 is written here. So this is a question of inverse only. The matrix A is given, and this matrix A satisfies this equation x square minus 6x plus 17 is equal to 0. Hence means you have to use this equation to find A inverse, not the formula adjoint of A upon determinant of A. You have to use this equation. So A inverse, to find A inverse, we have to use this equation. Because matrix A is satisfying this equation, in place of x I can write A. So it will become A square minus 6A plus 17, but 17 is a real number. So we have to take I here. We have to multiply the 17 by I, 17I, to get the result. So A square means multiplying A twice. Here they have multiplied A with A to get this matrix A square. Then minus 6A, that is multiplying this minus 6 with A, you will get this one. And then 17 is to be multiplied with I, identity matrix of order 2 into 2, because the matrix is of order 2 into 2. So this is 17I. So after putting this in equation A square minus 6A plus 17I, we can easily verify that the equation gives a null matrix, that is 0 0 0 0, that is equal to O. Therefore this matrix A is satisfying this equation. Now because this hence word has been used, so you have to find A inverse using this equation, that is A square minus 6A plus 17I2 is equal to O, that is null matrix. So to use this equation, we will take A square minus 6A is equal to minus 17I2, and then we'll multiply both sides by A inverse. Multiplying both sides by A inverse, you can easily find A inverse into A square, which is A inverse into A multiplied by A. So what is A inverse into A? It is I. So this will give you I into A, that is A. Then A inverse into A, again we have A inverse into A means I. So it is 6I. Then here it is minus 17 is a scalar, so it will come out of the bracket. This A inverse is multiplied with I2. So multiplying by identity matrix will give you the same A inverse. And then A minus 6I2 is equal to minus 17 A inverse. That is A inverse is equal to A minus 6I2 upon 17. So finally we'll get 1 by 17, 6I2 minus A. And we already know what is 6I2. It is 6006, and A we have already given here. So this is A. So to find the A inverse, you have to subtract these two, then divide it by 17. This is the A inverse. You can also verify this by using the formula A inverse is equal to adjoint of A upon determinant of A. But here in this particular example, you have to use this equation only to find the A inverse, and the property, that is A inverse A into is equal to I, and A inverse into I is equal to A inverse. So this type of question has been asked in the board exams also. Practice this type of question also without using the formula of A inverse, how you can find the A inverse by using the equations. Thank you.